Hello, this is Tonverk, or as all the influencers who got early access and perhaps even got a free Swedish pronunciation course with it called it Tonverk. One could also argue that because Tonverk seems to be a reference to the West German influential electronic art project Kraftwerk, that one could pronounce it Tonverk, although a proper translation perhaps into that German would be Klangwerk. So Klangwerk seems to be the most hated audio tool of this week, if we believe all the channels that either have the item or in many cases don't have the item and just talk about the features and the specs and how disappointed they are with it and with the world. So, is it really bad gear? Is all the hate substantiated? Is there a reason for it? So let's just find out. So at first glance, I have to say that my boxes are dented. This is a pity because it's really a beautiful design. But whoever packed this at the dealer didn't like art so much. Inside there's something like a safety instructions. Alright, something that you cannot eat because it's dangerous. Then there's the special power plug I will talk about in a minute. A reminder that you should regularly watch out for updates. All the influencers said this is the reminder that the product isn't finished and that we are the beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, whatever testers. We see if that's correct. And then there's something like a lid of a box, and it's really beautiful except for the dent in the corner, which is not Elektron's fault. And then there's also some kind of beautiful poster like always, and it explains how the new to Elektron concept of routing audio path works. First I thought one could use this box as a transport box, but it's not the case. And also this box here doesn't have a handle like with the first boxes that came with the Digitact and the Digitone. It's a pity because it would have been nice to have this little box here as the regular transport box. A really schmucke Kästchen. Oh, sorry, that was loud. So now for something special, and that is the connection to the power supply unit. I will show you the back of the unit in a minute. So it's a regular USB-C connection and something that looks like a provisional implant or dental implant, like a long screw, and it's a pity because before this you could just have 1 or 2 electron power devices being connected at your desk or wherever, and just bring the box of choice connected and start. These times are over. So, and I will try to attach the microphone somewhere. So, and don't break it. So with one hand, it's really so kind of heavy. And here we are, these are the connections. So there are 2 USB connections and one is occupied by the power supply. So basically you have 1 USB connection. Both have this hole for the screw, and then there's the power button, which is completely different than in previous Elektron boxes. There's the SD card slot and the ins and outs. There are 4 outs, or altogether 6, because the headphone can be used as a Q output. At least I've read this, and the MIDI trio. And so now let's screw this in. I will try to stay connected with you during that procedure, and I really don't know whose idea this was, and I really hope they have a good cause for doing this to humanity, like European Union regulations. Well, they could force Apple to use USB-C, so why can't they force Elektron? No, you have to push it in first and then screw it in. So now it's screwed in. Alright, so put everything back, and now we will see how long it will take to boot up. First, where is the connection here? Let's just connect it to the headphone output. I really like that one can see from above what it's about and which connection goes. This is really nice. So, and because I already tested it, and I don't want to show you my pin code 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just let's go to the stopwatch and see how long it takes to boot up. One special thing, this is no on-off switch anymore. It's an on switch only. So it goes into that direction and starts something, but it's more like a soft switch. This is no real interrupter or interruption switch anymore. So it feels kind of strange. So let's okay, I started the stopwatch already, so this is nice. There's some kind of TV logo, TV for Tonverk. This is really bad. Okay, so it needed 25 seconds to go to the opening project screen. Project loaded, but it's still loading all the samples. and they're not yet there. Like if we go to pattern and take one from the higher numbers, one does here nothing, and here also not, but this may be a mixer problem. I'm not sure. What seems to be the problem here? I really don't know. Phone output in, and it's on. This is live, people. This is live. Oh, there's something, but it's still loading. So we are at 1 minute and we are at almost 2 minutes. So let's see. All right. So, oh, I didn't watch the clock. Well, we can say it's definitely faster than 2 minutes and 30 seconds with loading the built-in project. So let's make a new project. Oh, I thought I can make a new project when I kind of hit the cogwheel. Strange. Let's go to save project now. All to common life. Yeah, this is nice, but I want a new project. How do I do this? File. These are only sounds, as it seems. How does this work? Use B disk mode. And no, I don't want this. System hours upgrade, device info. Safety. What is this? Where can I make a new project? Let's see if any of the green stuff tells us something. File, save project, samples, tap tempo, toggle on off, perform transition routing, recall, memorize, metronome, quantize, scale, assign, transform, transpose, trig mode, sequence lane, page setup, I don't know, setup. Again, this is bad. So it should. I want a new project. Clear the whole palette? No, I want to clear the whole project because I want to see how fast loading is. If so, I will ask the internet. New project Tonverk. Let's see. This is all I don't know what this is, so I should read the manual. I don't want to read the manual, I want it just to work. Chords is nice. Personalize. I don't know. I will look it up and be back in a minute. Hello, I'm back. with the Tonverk, and I read the manual, and it says I have to press function fire. Of course, if you press it once, it's just fire. If you press it with a function, it is the file manager. So double click would also have been a good idea. So function project, so nice. Let's go on. Yes. New. Discard changes and untitled. Yes. Wait. Creating project done. Project loaded. And now nothing should be here. And we can perhaps preset loaded. This is not the most pleasant preset, which is here at the very top at number 2. What happened with number 1 that I deleted? No, it's just case. No, it's sleep kit. Okay, preset loaded. Let's do this later. So, okay. I wanted to see how quickly it loads if I have nothing in it. I didn't save the project. Perhaps it saved the state. Who knows? Let's just turn it off. Now it asks me, do I want to shut down Tonverk? Yes. This gives me Windows XP vibes. Yes. And it shuts down. So now back to the clock. And I'm sorry, there's half a second missing or so. So let's see. Well, only 18 seconds or so. Opening project done. Project loaded. So if you have no samples in your project, you can start within 20 minutes. 20 seconds, sorry. Alright, so what next? Just test the sample quickly. So let's just connect the. Why did they call the input A and B and the output A and B? Wouldn't it be better to call the output A, B, C, D, E, F, or perhaps A, B, C, D, E, F, and the input G, H? So this is now panned to the right. I don't like this. So we have to go to mix and okay, mix, and where here it is, and source, mixer inputs, and there's the in A panned to the left and the in B panned to the right. So, and one can also route this to other tracks, but because I have a new project, there's nothing interesting on it, so let's just center it. So there's no dual in like with the Digitech, but it's basically the same, a little bit more effort. Yes, so this is possible. So let's not play around, just sample something. It seems to sample always in stereo so far. So we have to set it. No, I don't want this. Stop with yes, or why not? So no close, function no discard. Okay, that one works with one hand, and I want to in use B and in B. Okay, this works. So now the threshold a little bit above the flickering here, and yes. Why does it record already? I don't want this. Again, a little bit higher the threshold. Yes. So there it is. Is this my sample? No, this is not my sample. So okay, I can obviously normalize it, but when I did this when trying out the unit for the first few minutes, it made it more quiet. So let's test it. Normalize. Done. Sounds more quiet. This is strange. Okay, let's just save this. So, and why can't this just stay open? Why do I need? So this is so. Who did this? Who has such hands that he can press the phone button and the arrow keys at the same time? Okay, just torch rake. Oh, it's a sun portrait done. And go to the mixing page. Do I need the let's make it a bit louder. Okay, filter. Do we need filter? And what else? Effects. So there are 3 sound effects. And I think they can be set here. And there we have to go to, I don't know, I forgot this. I'm still in sand, or can't I see something? Sand 2. Trick parameters. Okay, I have to press effects twice, and then I can see that I'm in the saturator. Delay. So but if I just trigger this, it's gone. Okay, but I can trigger it from here. So what this is here, here's the okay, so far so good. Oh, this is like on the digitect. But I don't see the button where I can send the delay to the reverb, which is a pity. I will find out about this. Okay. And the tuning, it can be set in really large ranges. But this was already the case in the last Digitect update. So now I think it's time to switch it off again and on again and put this thing here to a tripod. Yes, I want to shut down Tonverk.